So, Ms. Feinstein, let's have a little talk here. I know you don't want to speak to me because I'm a gun owner and you feel that I'm a criminal, but we're going to do this anyway. First of all, I'm not going to address you as a senator because I don't feel that you are capable of handling such a position. My first question is, why do you feel it is okay to criminalize a huge portion of the United States population simply because we own firearms? Specifically, semi-automatic rifles, semi-automatic handguns, and things of that nature. Why do you feel that that is okay? First of all, the United States prison system can't even handle what it has now, and you want to stack millions of more people into it. That makes a ton of sense. Oh, excuse me, you'd rather fine us into oblivion. Let's see. You fine people into oblivion, they no longer have the money to pay the fines, and then you, what? Criminalize them again. Okay, this is making tons of sense. You're doing real good so far. Your other option in your so-called assault weapons ban was to turn every semi-automatic rifle of the AR-15 type and things of that nature into NFA items. The current backlog on NFA items such as suppressors, short-barrel rifles, short-barrel shotguns, and any other weapons, AOWs for those of you who don't know what I'm speaking of, the current wait on those is about 4 to 8 months. Okay, you stack millions, and I mean this with 100% certainty, you stack millions of more weapons on that wait time, we're looking at a 10-year backlog. The ATF is not equipped to handle the current backlog, and you want to stack millions more on it? This is ridiculous, Ms. Feinstein. It really is. Let's talk about another reality that would come about if this legislation went into place. Now, I would like to start this by saying a lot of politicians recently have been very hung up on creating jobs and getting people back to work because this nation was on its ass. Now, what happens if this legislation goes into place and thousands upon thousands of people lose their jobs? Somehow that doesn't matter anymore? This creating job things just went away? And kicking people out of this industry and shutting their businesses down is somehow acceptable now? My next question, Ms. Feinstein, is why did you give up your license to carry a firearm? Your concealed weapons permit? Is it because there's more money in being anti-gun? You get support from celebrities that are hypocrites. I guess they donate money to your cause. Is that why? Please answer me. I mean, we're all wondering, why would you give that up? Now let's go back a moment and talk about the assault weapons ban. I'm not sure how you plan on enacting this so-called ban, but I hope you realize that banning these weapons from legal citizens like myself who obtain them completely legally and enjoy them completely legally, stripping us of those weapons is not going to make guns just flat out disappear. Not only are you attempting to criminalize a large portion of the United States, but you're pretending, you fooled yourself into thinking that taking guns away from people that don't commit crimes is going to magically take the guns that are already out there in existence illegally and make them disappear. What kind of logic is that? It just blows my mind. Blows my mind. I can't even fathom how stupid that is. You think that taking guns from legal citizens, I mean, this is hilarious how stupid it is. You think that taking a gun away from me is going to stop a criminal who already breaks laws by definition? You think that taking my gun is going to stop him from committing another crime? If anything, it's going to encourage it. What is wrong with you? Holy crap, it's unbelievable how stupid you people are. And why is it okay to punish me for the deeds of another? I'm not the one who went up to Sandy Hook and shot up a school. I'm not that psychopath. Don't blame me. Don't blame the guns. It was that crazy guy. Why is that okay? We didn't do it. Why are you trying to punish us? Now, I understand that guns are not for everybody, and I don't think that everybody should be armed. I think it should be a choice. I think I should be able to go, you know what, I would like to own a gun. Why don't I do that? And the next person should say, no, it's not for me. I'm a little afraid of them. While I could try to educate that person and make them not afraid anymore, it is their right to say no. Another thing, Ms. Feinstein, that you and your friends like to constantly remind us of as part of your agenda is that we don't need high-capacity magazines. We don't need semi-automatic rifles. Well, you don't need your job. It's very, very simple. The core aspects of what you feel you need or something that I would like to take away from you. What does it feel like to have someone say, you shouldn't have that because I'm afraid of you having it? I'm afraid of you having your job. That's a little strange, isn't it? Another thing, Miss Feinstein, the president doesn't need armed guards because he's just like us, right? He's just an American citizen that we've chosen as a country to represent us. So why does he need armed guards when we can't even arm ourselves? He loves to remind us how he understands what we go through, and he is an everyday person. The simple fact of the matter is that his family is covered by armed guards 24/7. And somehow it's okay for the United States government to say that I'm not even allowed to have one specific type of firearm and defend my family, when he has this battalion of people to defend his. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. How did you think people were going to react? Do you think these legal, law-abiding citizens were just going to sit back and take it? No. No, you couldn't have thought that. You knew this was going to cause a stink. In the legislation you're trying to enact, it specifically names hunters as if they're some kind of different class of people. No, no, no. You're wrong. I hunt. In some states, I could even take my AR-15s and go hunt. You've somehow lumped hunters into some other category, like they're above people that enjoy AR-15s for other purposes. They go to the target range. They go to an outdoor range. They go to a sporting clays course with their semi-automatic shotguns. Things of that nature. And somehow, if they don't hunt, they're not quite the same to you. That seems a little unfair. Another key portion of your legislation is that you would like these firearms that are going to be grandfathered to be registered. Now, let me ask you one simple question regarding that. What purpose does that serve? That simply allows the United States government, who doesn't need to know how many firearms I have, which type, what serial number, what caliber they are, etc., etc., etc. Why is it necessary for the United States government to know that? What is that registration going to do? Again, law-abiding citizens do not commit crimes. By definition, criminals, criminals commit crimes. It's unfathomable. I can't understand. I can't even begin to wrap my head around the fact that you think registering a gun by type is going to somehow lower crime in the United States. Because that's what you're trying to do here, right? You're not just trying to bastardize the Constitution into some amalgamation of what you think it should be. Trying to turn the United States into your ideal country and taking it away from the land of the free and the home of the brave, it just doesn't sit well with me. You're trying to turn this country into a bastardization of what it once was. Another thing, let's talk about the troops out there. Let's talk about the armed forces that protect you on your high horse. Let's talk about them for a second. You say that these people can't come home and purchase a new semi-automatic rifle, much like the ones they used when they were fighting for your freedom. They can't come home and purchase one of those and defend their own family. I think that's a little bit off. Somehow it's okay for them to go overseas and protect you on your high horse, but when they come home, they can't even protect their own family from these criminals with high-capacity magazines and semi-automatic weapons. Another weird thing in your legislation, Dianne, is this magical number of 10 rounds in a magazine. Now, I'm not going to try to steal something. Mr. Coleon Noir said it very, very well. But I'd like to expand on his idea with my own thoughts. Let's say, Dianne, that 3 armed men come into your daughter's home. That's right, not your home, your daughter's home. Someone you care for and love your entire life. Let's say 3 armed men with AK-47s, AR-15s, semi-automatic rifles, doesn't matter what kind, come in with 30-round magazines. And your daughter's left there with a 10-round magazine to defend her life, her family's life. I don't know if she has kids. It doesn't matter because she's one person with a 10-round magazine fighting off 90, that's right, I said 3 assailants, 30-round magazines, 90 trigger pulls that could end her life. And you want to give her 10 rounds. That's your own daughter, and you say, no, 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 no. You can't have enough to defend your life. That's pathetic on your part, Dianne. You should be ashamed of yourself. Miss Feinstein, I'd like to encourage you to step out from behind that pulpit and respond to this. Answer these questions that us law-abiding, semi-automatic firearm-owning citizens would like to know. Please respond. I don't think you will because I think you're a coward. I think you're hiding. But I'd like you to try. And if you do have the guts, Dianne, please come over. Let's go shoot some firearms. Let me educate you as to why this is so important for the United States. Thanks for watching.